Okay ladies, in this video I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet beanie. The only stitches you need to know for this project is of course the slip knot, a chain, and a single crochet. You do need to be familiar with the stitches of single crochet, and you need to be able to count the stitches. So if you're looking at your work still and you're not sure where one stitch begins and where another ends, you need more practice with the single crochet before you can begin this project. Alright, and I've written out the pattern. This is not a pattern that I've gotten from the web. It's just so many hats that I've done over the years. A lot of them start out with this pattern, and you basically just keep doing single crochet all the way around. Whereas other hat patterns will have you do other designs, and this one you just keep doing single crochet, and that's how you end up with the single crochet beanie. So the first thing we're going to do is chain 2, and then on our first round we're going to do 6 single crochets in that first chain. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. Go ahead and get your slip knot started. Okay, then we're going to chain 2, so that's 1, 2. See, they kind of look like the little V's again. Alright, and when it says 6 single crochets in the first stitch, it's talking about the very first stitch that I made, not the first stitch, or not the first chain from my hook, but actually the first chain that I made. So it's actually the second chain from your hook. Alright, so we're going to do all 6 single crochets into that one chain. So it's going to have a little hole right here. So we're going to put all of them in that one little hole. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I'm using is a medium weight yarn, size 4, and I'm using a size H hook. You will also need a stitch marker. Now again, you can use a piece of yarn as your stitch marker that stands out against that color, or you can use a paper clip, or you can actually use a stitch marker if you have them. This is what I have, so that's what I'm going to be using. Alright, so that's one round completed. We have 6 single crochets, and that's our first round. Round 2, we're doing 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So what we've been doing so far is we've been doing flat work, and so we've been having 1 stitch per each stitch, and so this is doing an increase. So in that first one, we're going to do 2 single crochets in that very first single crochet stitch. So yarn over, pull through. I have 2 loops on my hook, single crochet, or excuse me, pull through, and that's my first single crochet on the second round. I'm going to go ahead and mark my first stitch with my stitch marker by simply slipping that stitch marker in to the top of that single crochet. That way I know when I'm done with round 2 and begin round 3. Alright, so that was only 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and in this round we need to be working 2 single crochets in each stitch. So I'm going to do another single crochet in that same stitch. And in my next stitch I'm going to do 2 single crochets in that same stitch. 1, 2, and that's the same all the way around. So on my third one, putting 2 in there, 1, 2, and all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a good idea to count your stitches each time to make sure that you have the correct number of stitches. So if I had 6 before and I do 2 in every single round all the way around, I should have 12 now. So this one starts my first, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm good. Now we're ready for round 3. In round 3, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet in the first stitch, and then the next one after that we're going to do 2 single crochets. So we're going to alternate 1 single crochet and then 2 in the same stitch, 1 single crochet and then 2 in the same stitch. So by the time we get done, so each round increases by 6 single crochets. So at round 1 I have 12, at round 2 I have 18, at the end of round 3 I should have 24, and an increase of 6 each time. Okay, I'm going to remove my stitch marker. I'm only going to do 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Be sure to replace your stitch marker. And I'm done with that stitch, and I'm going on to the next one. And this is one where I do 2 in the same. 1, 2. Alright, and then the next one I do 1. And then in the next stitch I do 2. The next stitch I do 1. The next stitch I do 2. The next stitch I do 1. After that 2. One, and then I do 2. I do 1, and then the last stitch I do 2. So I should have 18 single crochets at the end of this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I'm good with round 3. Okay, round 4, I'm going to do 2 single crochets and then do my increase where I have 2 single crochets in the same stitch. And if you notice the pattern, it looks like we're going up by 1 each time. So in the next round after that, I do 3 single crochet stitches, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. The next one after that, do 4 before I do my increase of 2 singles in the same stitch. And it goes like that until you get to the size that you want. So we just completed round 3. Let's do round 4, where I'm doing 2 single crochets and then I do my increase. Alright, so just 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Replace my stitch marker. Just 1 single crochet in that next stitch, and then I do my increase where I have 2 single crochets in that same stitch. An increase just means that we're increasing the number of stitches of that round. Alright, so then I'm going to do 2 stitches where I'm just working 1 single crochet in each. So I did 1, 2, and now I do 2 in the same stitch doing my increase. Alright, I do a single, single, and then 2 in the same stitch, single, single, and 2 in the same stitch. One, 2, and then 2 in the same stitch. 1, 2, and then 2 in the same stitch. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's how many I should have at the end of round 4. So I'm ready to move on to round 5. Alright, round 5. We're doing 3 single crochet stitches, and then we're doing our increase of 2 singles in the next stitch. Alright, so 1, don't forget to replace your stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, and then increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, and then 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 increase. Don't forget the great thing about crochet, if you mess up, you can just pull it out and undo it again. It's very forgiving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 24 plus 6 is 30. I'm good for my 5th round. Okay, round 6. I'm doing 4 single crochets and then doing my increase all the way around. So you see this pattern is very similar every single time around. It's easy to see what the pattern is. Don't forget to replace your stitch marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, and 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. So I should have 36 stitches at the end of round 6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Okay? And you're going to keep going like this until you reach the size that you want. So if you are making this for a child size hat, according to woollywormhead.com/sizing, a child it should be a 20-inch circumference. So if you have like a ruler that like you use in sewing that will wrap around here, that will allow you to measure the circumference, it should be 20 inches. And then at that point, you're just going to do single crochet all the way around. You won't use any of your increases. You'll just keep going in single crochet, and that's what will bring it from, this will be flat as you are able to do your increases, and then once you start doing single crochet, it'll start folding in, and that's how you get that hat shape. Okay, so go ahead and continue in that round until you get about a 20-inch circumference all the way around, and then we'll pick up on the band later.